For as long as she could remember, Claire had heard noises in the walls. It was never loud, just a faint rustling, like fabric brushing against wood. Her parents dismissed it as mice, but no traps ever caught anything. When she moved out for college, the noises stopped. Life went on, and she forgot about it. But when her mother passed away, Claire inherited the house and moved back in. That's when the noises returned, louder, closer, and unmistakably human. At night, she heard whispering. A dry, rasping voice. Sometimes, it called her name, Claire. She told herself it was grief playing tricks on her. But then the breathing started. It came from the walls, deep and slow, like someone was inside, watching her. One night, she put her ear to the bedroom wall and held her breath. The house was silent until she heard it. A faint giggle. Claire recoiled, heart pounding. She wasn't imagining it. Something was inside the walls. She called an exterminator. He checked every inch of the house, found no signs of rodents, and assured her it was just old pipes settling. But Claire knew better. That night, she woke to a creaking sound. Her closet door was open. It had been locked. Claire reached for the lamp, but before she could turn it on, she heard breathing right next to her bed. She froze. The air was thick with the scent of damp wood and something foul, like rotten meat. Then, she felt it. A hand, ice cold and bony, grazing her arm. Claire screamed and leapt out of bed, flicking on the light. The room was empty, but the closet door gaped open like a hungry mouth. Enough was enough. The next morning, she called a contractor. She wanted the walls torn open. The workers arrived, and within an hour, they found something, a hidden space behind her bedroom wall. A cramped cavity, just wide enough for a person to squeeze through. Inside, they found a nest of rags, old food wrappers, and something far worse. Bones. Human bones. And among them, a single, yellowed photograph. It was a picture of a little girl, Claire. Her blood ran cold. Shaking, she turned the photo over. There was a message scrawled in red ink. I've always been with you. The contractor called the police. They confirmed the bones were decades old, likely from a man who had lived in the house long before Claire's family bought it. A man who had vanished without a trace. That night, Claire stayed in a hotel. Sleep was impossible. Every time she closed her eyes, she imagined him crawling through the walls, whispering her name, watching her. The house was empty now. But somehow, Claire knew. She wasn't alone.